Welcome into the DNVR Rockies Podcast. I am your host, Suzie Hunter. I'm joined by Yaya right now. Yeah. He might be teaming it out of here, though. Maybe.
I might.
He might not. Yes, he will. It's a show so good we need two producers to take it on. He can only handle so much.
It's like a marathon, you know. You need to be able to pass off the baton, or you're gonna get screwed halfway through. It's a relay race.
It's the relay. Yes, we are doing the relay, and we're crushing it.
Hopefully.
I think we are. Guys, this was a fun weekend of Rockies baseball. We got some wins, but we also got to see that spring breakout series. We got to see the players of tomorrow and the tech of tomorrow with that ABS challenge system. That's the part I'm most excited about because I'm a nerd, but we'll talk about that too. Plus, Kris Bryant says that the Rockies might surprise some people this season, and we're going to hear it straight from him why he thinks that. But yeah, first we got to talk about that spring breakout game. By the way, all of our spring training coverage brought to you by Factor Meals, because you know your girl is not going to be able to cook once the season starts. I can't make a single meal for myself. But head to factormeals.com/DNVR. Oh my gosh, hold on. What is the code? Oh my gosh, I'm beefing it already. Hold on. Here we go. DNVR Rocks 50. I want to give you guys the right code. I want to help you. Use code DNVR Rocks 50 to get 50% off Factor Meals, but go to factormeals.com/DNVR Rocks 50. 50% off. And we're doing that for you because spring training is almost over. We're getting stoked for the season. That's for freaking sure. Thanks for hanging with me, guys. I appreciate this. Okay, let's talk about this spring breakout game. Okay, the Rockies did not win this game, by the way, or the Rockies prospects did not win this game against the Arizona prospects. It was a 3-1 loss. Angel Chivigi was the losing pitcher. Game was under 2 hours. It was an hour and 52 minutes. It was a 7-inning game. But in those 7 innings, we got to see the prospects play. And I think the cool part of this also is that, I mean, some of these prospects have played together. Some of them haven't played together because they're just at such different levels in the minors. But they all were managed by maybe their future major league manager, Bud Black. That was pretty cool. We also got to see Chase Dollander, who was drafted just last year, hasn't even played a full season of pro ball yet.
We're so close.
I just have to be kind of badly. Am I like totally off, or is it just buzzing?
There we go. You're back. Well, just got it messing up, so.
Hell yeah.
Okay, that's good. Oh
Great news. Not
news. Oh my gosh, we are back. How do we even explain what just happened?
We've been having a lot of issues with our board, and we had to film it messing up in order for them to take care of it. So thank you for standing by.
Yeah, guys, thank you. We are all part of this this little test kitchen we've got cooking over here.
We're in this together.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to start this spring breakout talk completely over. And we will edit out the audio for the actual final podcast, okay? All right. By the way, our spring training coverage brought to you by Factor Meals. I say this all the time, as you and I both know, but once the season starts, I cannot make a meal for myself. But Factor Meals, they're going to give you healthy meals, 2 minutes to make them, and they're meal kits. It's not like the kind where you have to make your own food. They're prepared. So that's why I'm super excited about it. You can eat some Factor Meals right along with us. Go to factormeals.com/DNVR Rocks50. Again, that's DNVR ROX 50. And use DNVR Rocks 50 as that promo code to get 50% off. But thanks to Factor Meals for bringing us all of the spring training coverage. The most exciting part of this weekend, this spring, I think, was the spring breakout game. The Rockies prospects did not win that matchup against the Diamondbacks prospects, but listen, it was a 7-inning game. We saw so much happen in those 7 innings. And I think one of the coolest parts for me, too, these prospects, like we see them, some of them have played together, some of them haven't, just because they're at such different levels in the Rockies minor league system. But they every single one of them were managed by the person who might be their future major league manager. That, of course, is Bud Black. So it was a really interesting game. Chase Dollander, who was just drafted last year, got the start. By the way, he is the Rockies' number 2 prospect overall. He is the top pitching prospect in this organization. And we got to see a scoreless inning right from the mound. So we, of course, wanted to hear what he had to say about his big appearance, because again, this is a guy who hasn't even played a full season in pro ball yet. But here are his thoughts, and here are Bud Black's thoughts on Chase Dollander's first spring breakout start.
My approach to tonight was just to go attack and, just kind of let my fastball eat and let it play. I had to get the jitters out, but after that, I got the little double play, which helped a lot, and, it was to be expected for me. I knew it coming in. There's going to be some jitters, but, just kind of staying close and driving the fastball down the mound is kind of what helped.
Their strength to the body, the ball comes out nice. You can tell that you can tell that his stuff's real, right? The only thing he's got to corral it a little bit as he gets into his first full pro season, but you can tell the stuff's there.
All right, yeah, I love when Buddy likes the stuff. Well, the stuff. Well said, Buddy. Well said. So one of the other standout stars, too, Drew Romo, catching prospect, really showed off. So, yeah, here is what Romo had to say and what Dollander had to say just about the overall experience of this brand new series that we get to watch this spring training.
I'd say the biggest thing is probably playing with a lot of the new guys that we drafted the past couple years that I haven't had the chance to play with yet. Like, for example, my first time catching Dollander, my first time catching Sullivan, even Chivy G, I haven't caught a whole lot. I caught him a little bit in Hartford last year. So really just like learning the new pitching staff and like playing with the younger guys and kind of finding out what they like to do on the mound, stuff like that.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, it's definitely an experience to remember for sure, especially being with all the other guys as well that I haven't got the chance to play with yet, so it was awesome to see those guys behind me. And, I get to see Beck back out there from Tennessee and stuff like that, which was really cool. Kind of surreal experience.
All right, Drew Romo, 2 for 2 with 1 RBI. He also, behind the plate, was where the most interesting thing happened. He challenged a call with the ABS system, and it actually was the call that ended the top of the 3rd inning. So that was pretty cool. He challenged a ball call, and it ended up being a strike, like just barely in the strike zone. It was so fascinating. But that ABS system, we've seen it in the minor leagues. I got the chance to see it with my own eyes when I went down to Albuquerque last season. So these guys are very experienced with it. And the plan kind of is to see this in the major leagues in just a couple of seasons. It's also the other cool part is that Bud Black is managing a game with this ABS challenge system that he's never used before. He hasn't managed in the minors, since this started, but they both got a kick out of it. Actually, I think Buddy got a kick out of it. Drew Romo, I love what he had to say too, but here's what Buddy and Drew had to say about the ABS challenge in that third inning.
In that situation, it may not have been the best situation to challenge it because there was nobody on base. It was 1-2 count, but I wanted to get my pitcher the strikeout, so it worked out good.
I sort of like that. I think that's coming at some point, but I think that's interactive. I think the fans, can get into that a little bit, and I think it adds another element to the game that I think it's sort of fan friendly.
Fan friendly. This fan liked it. That's for freaking sure. Both teams actually got a successful challenged ball strike call using that ABS system. Jordan Lawler challenged a strike call that was overturned to a ball. Fun fact. So yeah, we got to see that in action. I'm glad we got to see it on both sides. It's a shame that it worked on the other side. It's fine. It's fine. So yeah, also we got some scoreless innings out of some great prospects. So lefty Sean Sullivan, lefty Carson Palmquist, and righty Zach Agnos. Oh, and righty Jaden Hill. We love Jaden Hill. All of them scoreless innings. And then of course we got to see Zac Veen. Zac Veen went 2 for 2 with a double, and that was a big hit too, like a big one to left center. But yeah, it was fun to see stuff from him. I think he had a really good time too. But this is what Zac Veen had to say about this double in this big spring breakout game.
Oh, it was a blast. Just grateful to be out here playing, and had a lot of fun with the boys. The first at bat, I got 3-0, and I kind of want to just play the game, let one go by. And I knew the second time I was going to be able to get that same situation. Kind of just wanted to reset and make sure I hit it. I think we all just wanted to have a lot of fun going into it, and a lot of great guys to be playing with. A lot of fun.
Yeah, Buddy also said that, he saw him swing through a fastball earlier in that game, so it was nice to see him square up and just really hit one. Listen, what always hits for me is an ice cold Coors Light. Sometimes, when we want to hit reset, Coors Light is the way to go because it is literally the beer that is made to chill. It is as chill as our beautiful snow-capped Rockies that we get to see every single day. But when you're juggling work, family, life in general, Coors Light is going to help you find the moments to reset and refresh. So refreshing. It's always a go-to beer no matter what bar you go to. You can always find a Coors Light. And if you can't, is that even the bar for you? What are you even doing? But big Coors Light girly over here. Honestly, sidebar, big Coors Banquet girly. Also another go-to at a game. But there's only one beer out there that is literally made to chill. That's Coors Light. It is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged. So when it's time to chill, reach for that Coors Light. It is made to chill. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/DNVR. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company in Golden, Colorado. And, oh my gosh, Circa. Let's talk about Circa. Alyssa, weren't you just at Circa again for the 30th time in the past calendar year?
Yeah, it's like going home now. It's so lovely. It's home away from home.
I love that that's your home away from home. You guys are having so much fun.
It's the best, though. They're so accommodating to us. It's so easy to do the podcast from there. It's so nice. The resort it's a resort.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. The food's good. You can watch sports all day long. It's a man's dream,
That is the dream. That's my dream.
Yeah, I know. It was my dream, too.
It's definitely my dream. Yeah, it's Vegas's first adults-only casino resort, so you're not going to have to waste so much time taking your ID out at every single location you go to, which is huge for me because I can't even stress how often I lose my ID. It's embarrassing because I'm too old to be doing this. They also have Stadium Swim. You've seen that on social media. That can hold 4,000 people. It's got a 143-foot LED screen, and it's open all year round. If you're heading out to Vegas for anything, book your stay with code DNVR20. That's going to get you 20% off your game. So that'll give you some more funds to play with. And if you're not going to Vegas anytime soon, take that money, have some fun with the Circa Sportsbook app. That app is available in Colorado. Download the Circa Sports app at circasports.com. Circa Sports bets can only be made while physically located in the state of Colorado. Must be 21 or older. All rights reserved. Circa Sports Colorado encourages you to gamble responsibly. If you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER or visit problemgamblingcolorado.org. All right, I'm glad we got that out of the way. Thanks to everyone who is here in the chat right now. Andrew Meyer so he's asking, is the spring training success making you more optimistic for the regular season? The short answer is yes. And you know what? Actually, Kris Bryant has an answer for you too oh my gosh, we can play that right now. So yeah, this is a great segue. Andrew, thank you so much. Do you want a producer cred on the show? Because you got one. So yeah, the other game that happened on Saturday was that Rockies-A's game. And while all the prospects were, of course, gearing up for the spring breakout game, we got to see one of the potential real big league lineups that we're going to see this season. And guess what? Kris Bryant loves the lineup. And he loves a lot of other things that he's seeing right now. But can we play that KB clip? Yep. All right, so here's what Kris Bryant had to say about this lineup and just how he's feeling about this season.
We got a good lineup. I don't think we get enough credit for the offensive side just because we are playing in Coors Field, and a lot of the negativity around that is because it's a good hitter's park. But no, I'll take our offense any day, and if we can put it all together with good at-bats, and I think we have really good chance this year. Yeah, this camp does feel a little bit different. I mean, guys are really excited. Guys are putting together really good at-bats, and if we keep doing that, we might surprise some people.
Oh, we might surprise. Oh, you heard it from him first. Kris Bryant. Yes, if Kris Bryant has faith in these guys, I have faith in these guys. By the way, Kris Bryant put his money where his mouth is. Hit his third home run of the spring. Final score of that game against the A's, 11-9. That brings the Rockies up to, brought them up to 13-7. They're doing even better now, don't you worry. But that was kind of a crazy game. I didn't expect it to be so close just because it was a really stacked Rockies team up against an A's split squad. So there were so many hits. A's had 14 hits. Rockies had 15 hits. So, the ball was flying down in Arizona. Winning pitcher, we got 5 innings out of Kyle Freeland. That's dope. We love to see that. So, yeah. What else? Oh, yeah, last year. So that was the 13th game that they had won of the spring. They only won 13 games last spring. So that's another reason why I'm a little more jazzed about this coming season and why I have a little more faith that we won't hit triple-digit losses. I have a little more faith because it seems like the guys are just clicking so much together here in the spring. So, yeah, like I mentioned, 5 innings out of Kyle Freeland. He allowed 2 runs on 7 hits. No walks, but he loves that. And 3 strikeouts. He's got a 3.21 ERA this spring. 14 innings pitched, too. So he's allowed 1 walk the whole spring. Amazing. So, yeah, Also on that mound, righty Tyler Kinley tossed a scoreless inning out there. He allowed 1 inherited runner to score, so it doesn't count for him. But yeah, in terms of the Kinley versus Justin Lawrence closer campaign, Justin Lawrence got rocked in this game, and it was definitely tough to see. That 8th inning, he was out there for a third of an inning. He faced 7 batters. He allowed 6 runs on 5 hits. So that was a really, really tough inning. Definitely ran up the score for the A's. Kinley, though, still hasn't allowed any runs this spring. Some other notes from that game. Charlie Blackmon went 2 for 3 with a double. His batting average, .296 this spring. Elias Diaz hit his second home run of the spring. It was a solo shot in the 5th inning. Nolan Jones went 2 for 3 with a double and an RBI. And yeah, by the way, Jones did homer in the 1st inning of Friday's game. But that game literally ended right after that home run because it started pouring. They will not revisit that game. It was just a 10-minute game. That was it. That's all yeah, it was actually so weird because it was right before, because it was Friday. It was like a 4 o'clock show. It was a 2 o'clock game. So I'm like, great, I'll probably get to watch this whole game before the show, and I'll have so much fresh stuff to talk about. And Nolan Jones gets up there, hits a home run, and I'm like barely settled too, because I'm like, it's the 1st inning, and I'm still getting like my whole setup together. I always tweet my setup out. It's like I got the iPad, I got the laptop, I got the TV. By the time I get it all together, the game is over. 10 minutes into the game, rained out, tarp came out. Yeah, so that was Friday's game. Huge bummer. Doesn't count for anything. But what does count, Nolan Jones, by the way, batting .294 this Cactus League. Michael Toglia, too. We got his 4th home run. He leads the Rockies with 4 home runs right now, which is a great sign because, of course, he is one of those dudes fighting for one of those roster spots. He did, though, have an error at first base in the bottom of the 6th while the Giants were on that big offensive run. So, listen, we can't have everyone having a bad time at the same time. We got to spread it out a little bit. A little bit. But anyway, yeah, he's got a .353 average right now. 3 doubles, 4 home runs, 12 RBI this spring. He is the 2nd highest OPS in the Cactus League. Yeah, pretty excited. If you're really excited about going to games, either like, some spring training games or maybe you're stoked for opening day, you are going to save so much when you use Game Time to get those tickets. They're made for the last minute girlies and guys just like me, because you're going to save the most when you wait within an hour before first pitch. I use Game Time all the time. You guys know it. It's my favorite way to get tickets when I am not covering a game. And you know that when I'm not covering a game, chances are I'm going to a game anyway. But yeah, take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app right now. Create an account. Use code DNVR to get 20% off your first purchase. Terms do apply, but just open the account, download the app. Use code DNVR to get that 20% off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. I guarantee that I'm about to sing the theme song of this next sponsor, Empire Today. Guys, this is the place to go to flooring. We have new floors. I am like on them right now. Well, like I'm on a chair that's on them. But these floors look so great in this space. These just look amazing. And they're perfect, too. They're absolutely perfect. And I know, I can almost guarantee that whoever picked these out used that virtual floor planner, because you can see how your floors are going to look in any space. So you can get an idea of what you're buying. Because, yeah, floors are a lot. It's a big deal to get new floors. But they're going to make it so easy for you. And they have that shop-at-home convenience, quick and professional installation, and a price match guarantee. Here's what you're going to do. You can schedule a free in-home estimate today. All listeners can receive $350 off when they use promo code DNVR. Some restrictions do apply, but head to EmpireToday/DNVR for those details. Okay. What else do we have going on in the chat? Is the chat chatty today?
A little bit.
Let me bring my laptop closer to my face. Why is my text so small? Am I aging rapidly before our eyes? No, my text is so small.
I had my laptop in my face today trying to do work this morning. I was like, oh my.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Andrew in the chat. The Empire Today brings me back to my childhood commercial watching days. Yeah. Like, I loved it. And the little animation, he rolled out the carpet.
Yes.
And his big head, he was hilarious. Guys, thanks so much for joining us with this show. what else do we got to talk about? I want to talk about the Giants game yesterday. The Rockies have officially broken their record of last spring training. They're 14-7-1. They've won 6 of their last 7 Cactus League games, and it's the most the Rockies have won in the spring since 2021. They haven't won more than 15 games in a spring training since 2017. 2017 was a pretty good year. I think we could probably get to 15 games. We've got 10 days until opening day. Today is an off day. So we've got like about 7 Rockies spring training games left. I think we can beat the 2017 record.
Let's go.
And 2017 was when things really started to pick up for the Rockies. It was just upward momentum. Because, I mean, like, listen, coming off the worst season ever, you can only go up. I feel like we have a lot of upward momentum, though.
It's only up from here.
It's only up. But I think, I don't know, I have a good feeling. I have a good feeling about the season for sure. Let's talk about this Giants game. Yeah. Cal Quantrill got his next start, didn't allow a single run over his 4 2/3 innings. This is the most he's pitched so far. He kind of missed that one start because that game got rained out. But his spring ERA, 2.53. Hi, I promise I can read. 2.53 is his ERA over this spring. This outing in particular, Sunday's outing against the Giants, 80 pitches. He got out of a big bases loaded jam in the 3rd inning, too. On the other side of things, we had some ribby boys. Jacob Stallings, Charlie Blackmon, and Sean Bouchard each got RBI singles. Yeah, this game had a lot going on. Tovar had a double in the 5th inning. His batting average, 294. Through 13 Cactus League games. And we saw more of Drew Romo. Drew Romo was the star of Saturday's breakout game and played with the big leaguers on Sunday. In the top of the 9th, he got an RBI triple. It was so much fun. We also had some scoreless relievers, Matt Cook, John Curtis, Evan Justice, and Jake Bird, all scoreless out of the pen. The pen is back to cooking. I love it. Very exciting stuff. What else did we see in that game? So yeah, glad I could update you guys on what's going on with the Rockies. Yeah, Cal Quantrill, he was the winning pitcher. Jake Bird got the save. But yeah, fun little game down in.
I keep saying this, but I literally can't believe the regular season's like around the corner.
It's so soon. It's so soon. And like a week from today, by the way, like we'll be in Arizona already.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I hope the weather's nice for opening day here.
Me too.
No, I should knock on wood.
Knock on that wood. Damn it. By the way, Sunday's game, not as active as the others. Rockies recorded 5 runs on 9 hits. Giants recorded 3 runs on 8 hits. So boy, did they try, but they didn't get it. Before we get into some baseball headlines, this is such an ad-heavy show, guys. Thanks for sticking with us. This is what keeps the lights on. Illegal Pete's. I am overdue for an Illegal Pete's trip. You obviously know also when we go down to spring training, I'm going to eat at the Illegal Pete's in Tempe. Like, I'm just going to. It's my favorite food. It's my comfort food. But, oh my gosh, with March Madness upon us, too, you can join DNVR and Illegal Pete's for our bracket challenge. It's totally free. There are prizes for the top 3 finishes. Those prizes do include diehard memberships, shirts, gift cards to DNVR Locker, and Illegal Pete's gift cards. So check our social media for the link to sign up, because I believe we're all talking about it. Everyone's talking about Joey Votto. Everyone's been talking about Joey Votto now that he's found at least a spring training home with the Blue Jays of his native Canada. Joey Votto, though, in the first pitch he saw as a Blue Jay, hit a home run. So, of course, everyone is freaking out about it. He was second in the order, homered on the very first pitch that he saw. They were playing against the Phillies, too, by the way. And the pitcher was Zac Wheeler, the Phillies opening day starter, by the way. Zac Wheeler's been so good. So freaking good. But yeah, got them the lead. Some other baseball headlines. A local news station in Chicago went up to Sammy Sosa, like to his face, and asked him about steroids.
No way.
Right? So there's this is actually like that's just rude. That's just rude to me personally.
That's just what. Did you think you were gonna get an honest answer? Like,
here's like
any kind of answer that was worth asking?
Right, like when you ambush someone like that, like, oh, okay, like, did you get your, like, 15 seconds of fame where, like, everyone got to see, like, oh, wow, like, that reporter,
right,
they've got balls. But
what a great question.
Like, and Sammy Sosa's never going to talk to you again.
No.
And also, we're all questioning your social skills if you just act like that.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, Sports Illustrated had the story on this. So they said when asked directly whether or not he used steroids, Sosa stumbled over his words before turning the tide on the reporter. So Sammy Sosa goes, quote, this is not a question I expected from you. This is not an interview that I'm really going to sit down with you, you know, for you to come out with that piece right there. But like I said, I'm a mature man. I feel great, and let's see what happens.
I was going to say, you're just inviting backlash at that point also.
Right? That's just bad manners.
Real bad.
It's bad manners. We don't act like that here.
Nope, not at all.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, just go up to someone you don't know and ask them about, like, what was probably one of those complicated times of their life. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Anyway, this was a funny story that happened over the weekend. Ellie De La Cruz of the Reds smashed his teammate's window in batting practice. But the funny thing is, the pitcher in this live BP session where this happened was Hunter Green. It was Hunter Green's car that he hit. Imagine like going to work, you're throwing a pitch, and that pitch like breaks your freaking window. So we do have a picture of it. Of course, like John Boy's always on this stuff because this was just so freaking funny. But yeah, this happened at a live batting practice session. Big old foul ball. Yeah. Also, I love that like the window didn't shatter because that's what tints are for. Tint is going to keep it's going to save you from a mess.
I guess, because it seals in so it won't be all over.
I mean, I've had my car broken into tinted and not tinted, and I will tell you when you've got tints on the window, it's a lot less of a mess to clean up.
Huh. Good to know.
This all happened in Hartford. I had my car was broken into, like the window. Like it was. I don't even know how it happened. I just like walked up to my car in the morning. It's out on the street, and the whole window is just like on the street next to the car.
Oh my god.
I'm like, how did this even happen? It was so weird. But I love that the tint probably saved Hunter Green from a big mess. So apparently Hunter Green was joking around like, oh, Ellie, you got to pay for my car. And Ellie De La Cruz goes, you make more than me. Which is true right now.
Yeah.
It's true right now. Ellie De La Cruz is still like very new to the game, still under that club control for a little bit. But Ellie De La Cruz is real good. You're going to get paid someday, dude. You're probably going to be making more than Hunter Green at some point.
It's coming.
It's probably coming. It's probably coming. Yeah. So I hope you guys learned something today about car tints if you didn't know already. I know Alyssa did.
I learned something, absolutely.
I love this for us. I love this for us. I love that we're going to have some amazing spring training coverage for you. A week from today, we're going to be down there. Kale and I will be down there talking to the dudes, making so much amazing content. I'm excited that I get to share spring training with other people too, because usually it is just me and a tripod and I'm like scrambling and sweating. This will be fun. We're going to have such a good time. But for some reason, I just never get to go to Vegas. What a shame. What a shame.
Darn. Well,
Darn it.
Arizona will be nice. Good weather.
Yeah. It will be good weather. Probably. More likely than not. Knock on wood.
Yep.
Well, I mean, when it comes to actual opening day, because we'll be there for that too, down in Arizona, it's a covered ballpark. We're good no matter what. But yeah, coming up, the Rockies have a day off today. So no Rockies game today. They'll be back on Sunday. They'll be back on Tuesday. Oh my gosh, what day is it? What year is it? takeover tickets. Get some takeover tickets. Go to DNVR.com, click that events tab. We have Rockies takeover tickets. The first one is a suite. The rest of them are just regular seats, like good seats, but not suite seats. They'll be sweet, but not in a suite, if you're following. Make sure you're coming to the bar this week to watch March Madness with us, because we're going to have some really cool stuff with March Madness, too. Just like these big, long, crazy shows. Have we announced them yet? Am I even allowed to talk about this?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, then I'll leave it at that.
Why not, you know?
I'll leave it at that. Something crazy is going to happen here.
March Madness is madness.
We're going to put the madness back in March Madness. That's for freaking sure. Also, okay, so technically the MLB season technically starts Wednesday morning at 4 a.m. Mountain Time, because that is what time the Padres and Dodgers play out there in Seoul, Korea. I don't know why I didn't think the game was going to be in the middle of the night. And then I made sure I looked at the schedule. I'm like, let me plan out my week. I'm like, oh my gosh, these are at 4 a.m.
Are you going to watch them?
Yeah, of course I'm going to watch. I'm going to wake up at 4 a.m. I'm going to be so miserable. So yeah, Wednesday's show is going to be a trip with me up since 4 in the morning.
2 Celsiuses before the show? Just 1?
See, 2 Celsius is too much for me.
So
because then
just
I get all jittery.
1 Celsius. That's normal though.
1 Celsius Suze. Maybe I don't know what I'm gonna do, but we're gonna do it. That's for sure. So yeah, tune in. Come right back here to the DNVR Sports YouTube channel at 12:30 on Wednesday for a very tired version of me. But we're gonna talk about what we saw in the first game of the season out in Seoul, Korea. And then, of course, we'll talk some more baseball and Rocky headlines, too. Alyssa, how does that sound?
That sounds great.
I think it sounds good.
Lovely.
It's lovely. Alyssa, where can we follow you on social media?
I am at Alyssa Marie 21.
Nice. Right. I'm at the Suzie Hunter on all platforms, in case you're looking for me. Easiest bitch to find, that's for sure. No, guys, follow DNVR_Rockies for all of the latest Rockies news. We are going to keep you updated on everything happening down at camp to the best of our abilities. But until then, until Wednesday, I guess that's it. What do I say, Alyssa, when I wrap up a show like this?
I remember today. That's baseball. That's the show.
That is baseball, and that is the show, guys. We will be back here right here on the DNVR Sports YouTube channel at 12:30 Mountain Time. See you then.
We all silly like the mayor.